Table Mountain.
Coming out your stereos.
88.9.
Let's go.
Metro FM.
Your coolest urban radio station. It's where you want to be.
People of Earth, I have an important announcement to make.
Listen to me.
One that you've been waiting for a long time.
Andile, ke tlala wena. Andile, o le para mfana. Andile, areng a dimpya, o le para.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage
King Andile, Mama.
to everybody in the house. Give a warm round of applause for
King Andile, Mama.
And he captures the moment.
King Andile, Mama.
Man is extraordinary.
Kwanza, defender and Bafana as well, former Amazulu Golden. It's a long list. It's a long list. I sit in PSL. How many teams did you play for?
7. And he scored one of the greatest on goal ever seen.
No, it's Kandi.
Conor Moses Mapita, like from the center. Have you seen an on goal from the center?
Pro Pilani.
Good evening, good Andile, and special greetings to the king of all goals himself.
Pro Pilani, SABC sport researcher. Congratulations and welcome to the family.
Good evening, good Andile. Ma, ngizwa uPilani sekakubiza ngoBud Andile umsebenzi omnandi bafethu. Wenzakalani? Vele isitshele le ndaba ezimnandi lezi. Yamuza ukuthi Bud Andile bana, Andile mncane kakhulu kunayo.
What is or what makes a big team?
A big team we define nge-rich history. 1. Number 2, it's a fan base. Number 3, it's a trophy cabinet success. Angifuni ukuyibizwe yimi bese bathi umkhonzo uyafavor, but ikhosi it's a big club.
By far, Kaizer Chiefs, they're the big team in South Africa. And their jersey also makes money. Even if you can go to Namibia, my brother got married in Namibia. I mean, you'll see someone wearing a Kaizer Chiefs.
Now emshadweni bofaka ijezi lechief.
Who is your greatest young player of all time?
Jabubule. I remember masistakile Andile. As a team simcele sithi ndoda wenza into zenzakala. And uzonitshela ukuthi lethena ngithi nina neimbongolo. Makani ninginike ibhola.
So bekanbiza ngembongolo.
Emuva lapha siyakhenika senzansi yahlila yonke.
Let's go to Tabiso. Tabiso's out in Gudleni. Tabiso.
Skizo, can I greet you there, my man? How's it?
Danki njani mnandi.
Good evening to everyone in the studio.
Uzongidlisa ngesipani.
Kwanza, you captained Bafana for a game.
For a game.
How many games? 3 games. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 games.
Yeah, but his squad sambe is strong. Bona mupeli lapho.
Boba captain.
Ngibheka usemanzini. Yazi akudelela.
Who was part of the squad you captained?
Benny, Quintin.
You captained that squad?
Wena mara ngibheka usemanzini.
Film Kwanza. From now on, guys, he's a former Bafana captain, okay?
Sports Night Amplified
With Andile on Metro FM.
Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m.
Game over.
Exactly 9 after the hour 6 in the mighty Metro FM. Yazi kumbule kaya Steve Compella. Yazi love back. Yeah, Steve Compella back in Durban with Golden Arrows with Maputi Kenyeza, who's going to be assisting him. That was the breaking news this morning. Got a call to say, hey, somebody saw him pull up at the training. I thought Maputi was gone, but I see the two of them working in tandem together to try and resurrect what's been going on down in Durban. And also, we got to talk about the games last night, particularly that Orlando Pirates game. The refereeing in this country has just not improved in spite of... Actually, you know what? Yeah. In spite of everything, that we've spoken about on this show. Every Monday we speak about the refereeing. What happened yesterday between the Orlando Pirates and Cape Town Spurs, and the coaches were livid. I've got a clip here with Ernst Middendorp, absolutely livid with what's happened, with what transpired. UEFA Champions League again. We're going to get into a little bit of that with Pep Guardiola after qualifying for his 7th consecutive quarterfinals with Manchester City. It looked like it was just, standard practice for them. Just standard practice for them. But can they go all the way for the second time and win it back to back? It's 10 after the hour 6. When we come back, I'd love to hear from you. On 086 000 2160, WhatsApp on 060 552 7303.
With ShopRite, you can slay every day, from the routine that gets your day started to the ultimate confidence booster and the combinations that keep you looking your best. Whatever your vibe is, we have everyday products for everyday slay at affordable prices. Like Nivea 400ml lotions and creams for only $54.99 each, and 2-liter Satiskin phone bath for just $69.99. Valid till 10 March. Everyday slay, the affordable way. Only at ShopRite.
Hotspot nyana ntwana njani when you've got the power to connect with prepaid LTE. I'm talking sports highlights while you pay shops in mall. Streaming your way to the front of the voting queue. And get this, 100 gigs goes for only 399 rand.
Also a sales agent when I'm
No, it's just, I just don't want to be a hotspotting agent wire.
Anyone can stay connected for less while on the go. Here's to the next 30 years of giving you more for less. Deal available only on SA's most reliable network. T's and C's apply. Further together, Vodacom.
Sports Night Amplified with Ndile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sports.
It's about to go 12 after the hour 6 on the Mighty Metro FM. Welcome to it. It's Sports Night Amplified with Ndile. Thank you so much to the red carpet rolled by the touchdown team. They do it again tomorrow between 3 and 6. So many of you are saying, Ndile, give us an opportunity. We want to vent. We want to speak. Be it about the refereeing standards, be it about your team, be it about even speaking about the coaching merry-go-round in the DSTV Premiership. I think I do have the time. I want to hear from you. We want to hear what it is that is bothering you. So a bulk of today I said to Timmy, leave it be. Tomorrow is such a big Soweto Derby day where we go all the way in. But we can start those conversations today. We can have all of these conversations today. 086 000 2160. WhatsApp on 060 552 7303 for the conversations that we need to have. But firstly, let's look at yesterday's result. Let's start off, before we even go to the result, the draw between Orlando Pirates and Cape Town. And this is because I hadn't seen the match. So I was just seeing everything that was trending between Cape Town Spurs and Orlando Pirates. And I thought, it must have been a hotly contested game. And then I saw all the calls that the referees missed. Ernst Middendorp was not happy about that.
We are definitely on our journey chasing something impossible. We are on the way. It will take time. Work hard. We have seen some players today first time. Maduna had his first minute. And Farmer trained with us 3 days, had his first minute. Chepo Gomede came last week in, also 4 or 5 days with us only. Some other players definitely have more potential, but as I like to say, and I will repeat myself again and again, we must stay humble.
That's Ernst Middendorp rather speaking about chasing something impossible. This is the one I'd referred to before.
Why I mentioned 30 years, it was a fantastic time when you had colleagues like Trapattoni, like Otto Rehagel, like Livio Scala, like Franz Beckenbauer, like Jürgen Klopp, and so on. I can continue where you coached in the Bundesliga and what I did over years. Colleagues being colleagues in the soccer industry, in particular here in South Africa, is not existent. Let's be very, very clear and very honest.
You can read into that what you will. Because he says other coaches and says those are colleagues. But he says here in South Africa there's no such. Let's be honest, those are not colleagues. It seems there's just, too much not getting along in the coaching fraternity here in South Africa amongst the coaches. Let's hear now from Jose Ribeiro there, who says that last night they were not competitive.
And today we were not at the level that we are demanding and we require. So we have to be critical with ourselves and understand that today we didn't compete the way that this team must compete each and every game. It's so simple.
So that's Orlando Pirates. You can share those thoughts because, I mean, that means Orlando Pirates go into the derby having drawn against Cape Town Spurs, have taken 4 points off Orlando Pirates. Kaizer Chiefs winning their match going into the derby, their first win of this year. The other results coming from the DStv Premiership, Chippa United beating Richards Bay by 3-0, and Skukune United beating Royal AM by a solid goal. 2 games postponed, and that's the Polokwane City Supersport, and of course the Tears Galaxy and Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's now go into a little bit of Champions League and take a look at the matches that played yesterday from the Champions League. 2 matches that we'll be touching on.
Well, you know, the most difficult thing in football, I want to tell you what it is before the draw, say City is going to win easy. You have to do it. Yeah, but there are a lot of teams that they have to do it, they didn't do it. This is the most difficult thing in go to lottery and say, you have to win a City. Yeah, but win. You know, that is the most complicated football. I'm pretty sure now, with qualify 6-2, I'm really, really pleased because I know the difficulties they are in.
That's Pep Guardiola there, speaking about qualifying for the 7th consecutive quarter-final. The results from last night at home, Manchester City putting 3 past FC Copenhagen, who could only put 1. Real Madrid putting 1 past RB Leipzig. It was 1-1 at Real Madrid going through there on aggregate. So it's going to be an interesting one come the end of the line with those teams there. Remember that Bayern Munich, having beaten Lazio, is 3-0. Real Sociedad were beaten by Paris Saint-Germain by 2-1. So those are the 4 teams remaining. Are you listening to that 4? Those are the 4 that remain from the games that we've just had now in the last 16. From the last 2 days, those are the ones that remain. Bayern, Paris Saint-Germain, those are the games on Tuesday. Yesterday, you thought it could get easier. Manchester City and Real Madrid. Hey! It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one when you look at the teams that remain in the Champions League there that go into the next round. I wonder, are you still going with a Pep Guardiola? Are you still thinking that he's the man that can take it through in the quarterfinals of the Champions League? Because if you are, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you when we go to the last ones to say who's your money on when we do get to that stage there. Far from it at the moment, of course. The 2 quarterfinals, first legs and second leg results will be shared here Tuesday the 19th of March and the 20th of March as well. Ajax will be taking on Chelsea, Benfica, and Lyon, Haken and Paris. Brann playing Barcelona, Lyon playing Benfica. You got Chelsea and Ajax. I've already said that one. So yeah, those are the teams as it stands at the moment that I hadn't mentioned a little bit earlier in that matches there that you can look forward to. It's 17 after the hour 6. Going to be taking your calls. I'd love to hear from you. Steve Compella back at Golden Arrows to assist Maputi Kenyeza, who can't buy a win at the moment. I'm looking at the results from yesterday. Like I said, I was on air. Sport at 10 plays on Wednesday. So I'm in preparation. I'm busy shooting when that happens. So I missed a chunk of that Orlando Pirates game. The refereeing standards. I think we must call Vic. Maybe call Vic on the line now and just hear from him.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Family Mtotana, the new Proteas assistant coach, former captain of the team. She doesn't know I'm calling. She probably thinks it's Timmy because we're calling with Timmy's phone. It's not Timmy, it's Andile, and you're live on Metro FM. Hi.
Me?
All of you.
I'm Andile. What are you on about?
Millions of South Africans are listening to you right now.
No way.
Congratulations, Zanele. You're a Protea again. Where were you when you heard the news?
I'm in Saudi Arabia at the moment. I'm here to actually just help them start in netball. And they're so impressed with what I've done here. They're like, we don't want to let you go. And they want me to coach that team and stuff. But the nice thing about this job with NSA is that it's not a full time. So those are the conversations there that we're still having. Jenny and I have been chatting. We're a mean team, the two of us. We're gonna do something really special for netball in our country. I don't have doubt. I'll be shining like a diamond, that's forever.
6 to 7 p.m.
The highly anticipated opening of early bird ticket sales for the Metro FM Music Awards is finally here. Here we go!
Fans and music lovers alike, you can now secure your seats to witness the biggest night in South African music. With a star-studded lineup, performances, and the announcement of this year's winners.
Celebrate South African artists.
Excitement is brewing as you can rush to purchase your early bird tickets before they sell out for the awards happening 27th April 2024.
Yeah, man, this is a big night.
At Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga.
Come on, Mbombela, come through. Let's do this.
Don't miss your chance to be a part of this unforgettable celebration of talent and music excellence.
We love ensuring that everyone gets the award that they deserve.
Metro FM, it's where you want to be.
Brought to you by the Mpumalanga Provincial Government. Visit and explore Mpumalanga, the place of the rising sun.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sports.
I was so envious when I looked at the rugby. The Springboks play in July. It's sold out. They play in July. It's sold out. I looked at the match over the weekend with the Bulls, you know, and I wonder, and if you go to the stadium, I'd love to hear from you. Why is it that in football matches, you don't get your ticket number on your ticket, right? When you buy a ticket, it is allocated to a seat. It is allocated to a seat. It says Section 8, Seat C4. Why don't we sit on the seats that we bought? Why do we sit wherever we want? I just love to, like, I'd honestly love to hear, why don't we sit on our allocated seats in football? Because at the rugby, in the same stadiums that we play in, they'll come and remove it. Hey, sorry, this is my seat. It's a culture thing, and I'd love to know why the football culture is different. Why is it that we sit wherever we want and we don't adhere to what our ticket that we bought says? You know, and I was reminded by this when I saw that Chipa United has opened the tickets, obviously for the game against Kaizer Chiefs at 100 rands for normal tickets and 500 rands for VIP tickets. And, you know, you're going to see people paying that money to go watch that game, but on everyday games you don't. And when we do, when you get to the stadium, do you ask, hey, sorry, where's this section? Where can I sit? And do you go sit at your allocated seat? If you don't, why is it that you don't? And when somebody comes and says, this is my seat, I just love to know. Angilwi. I've seen on the internet, but angilwi. I'm just asking. You know, I'm just asking. Victor Tlangwane, former PSL referee, former CAF referee, is on the line with me now. Vic, it couldn't wait till Monday. How are you?
And good evening to the listeners.
It couldn't wait till Monday. I'm sorry. Monday is just too far.
Monday is too far. We're on Thursday.
What happened last night?
Last night, we saw what happened to Sundowns and Chiefs when Dantane was kicked. The ball is within playing distance. Anyone can challenge for that ball. Anyone can put his body to protect the ball. So if anyone put the body in that position, no one has a right, has a license to can kick. And when you kick somebody inside the penalty area, kicking is one of the penal offenses under Law 12. So a penalty will be awarded. So we saw kicking an opponent. You can put all your other spices there. But now, when the ball is within playing distance, anyone can come in and protect the ball. We have seen it when the ball goes out through the goal kick. Players do that. But we have
so
not
Vic,
seen
all I'm
anyone
hearing, to be all honest and fair, all I'm hearing is you're saying that referees were making all the wrong calls last night.
No, we're talking specifically on that one because we saw a kick. So when we saw a kick, and then there was no whistle for that kick. Now we look for justification as to why was the whistle not blown. What offense has been committed in terms of the loss of the game? The offense is kicking an opponent. So kicking an opponent, a penalty should have been awarded. But
Vic, we can't have the same conversations every week. You're within the Referees Association. You're within, the SAFA administration when it comes to the referee side. We can't every single week speak about big decisions like this not being made. And I'm not talking about, that should have been here. I'm talking about big game-changing decisions.
That's why at CAF, we do have those decisions not given. You saw in the AFCON, there were 11 penalties that were not given by the referees, but were given by VAR. So not that all the referees at AFCON were great. They also made those mistakes, but then VAR came in to assist them. So in South Africa, it's high time We just need technology to help or assist our referees.
How far is that, Rick, from what you know?
From what I know is they met previously, the SAFA and the PSL, they agreed to go look for money to buy the equipment. It ended there, so we're still waiting.
How long ago was that?
Almost last year.
I mean, last year could be 3 months ago.
No, over 3 months, because it's a long time ago when we heard that Dr. Ivan Koza and Dr. Jordan are going to meet, and then they've agreed that we need equipment, that equipment need money, and therefore they are the leaders in football in our country that we're waiting for them to make that pronouncement.
So it's not going to be this season for sure, and it doesn't look like it's going to be the beginning of next season.
Remember, it takes 2 years to train referees for VR. But if your referees can quickly understand, FIFA can then shorten the period for them. Not, in England they were struggling with VR because they microwave.
I must be very honest. I don't have faith in our referees getting it quick from what I am seeing, because I mean we're not getting the basics quick right now. So you're saying it takes 2 years to qualify a referee to work with VAR. So where we are now, we own 0. So once we get the equipment, say we get it in June, we have to wait another 2 years before we can actually implement it.
No, they can accelerate the program depending on the understanding of the referees. If the referees understand it quicker.
Which referees? Our referees?
Our referees, yeah. We have Tom who understand, we have Akona, we have Zakele who have been trained on VR. So those people will be instrumental in assisting our referees to understand VR quicker.
Yeah, Vic, so we're talking about another 2-year wait.
In terms of the regulation time is 2 years, but you can accelerate it. I mean, even in a match, normally.
I mean, I'm putting in the fact that we still have to acquire it.
Yes, that's a fact. We still have to acquire it. We still have to get people trained. We still have to get the former referees, as they said. They might have to use the former referees because there's not enough referees in the panel that can do VR and refereeing at the same time. So the approach was to use former referees. Maybe some of us will get some employment, and then they do the checking of VR, which will be stationed in one place, and then they communicate with people in the game.
Vic, you in particular, I mean, you sit here now, you watch from the outside. Are you not embarrassed sometimes with what we're seeing on our field, with the beautiful game being spoiled by the man that is supposed to be, non-existent in 90 minutes? We're supposed to just hear him here and there, not see him make the big decisions that alter the matches. Are you not sometimes just like cringy and a bit embarrassed on their behalf of the referees at the moment?
I'll give you 2 situations where I was very, very embarrassed. There's Kukune Shalo's game where the goalkeeper was pushed when he held the ball. I was not happy at all. The other one, I think, was Chipa Amazulu when Velimota was pushed while holding the ball and a goal was given. So those situations, to me, it was embarrassing because the law is clear. When the goalkeeper has the ball, he cannot be challenged. Look at the red card given to Tim. He challenged the goalkeeper, yellow card came out. That is law.
And you're not embarrassed about a non-existent VAR being consulted more than once now?
It was also embarrassing as well, looking at the correct decision taken, that you change from a correct decision to an incorrect decision. I didn't sit down well with me as well.
This is, of course, we're talking about in the weekend when a decision was made. Tears Galaxy were correctly awarded a penalty, and then it was overturned to no, after consulting with we don't know who.
Yeah, it was very embarrassing. We talked about it on Soccer Zone that we hope that it will never happen again.
All right, Davik, I appreciate it. Do you know who's handling the Soweto Derby?
The Derby. They normally don't announce. In South Africa, appointments are confidential because of many commissions that came in, and the betting now that is in the game. So people can see, it's Gomez. Okay, red cards will come out.
So when do we know?
You know it when the referees come for inspection.
On the day?
On the day, 1 hour and a half before kickoff.
Who's been the best performing referee for you this season, worthy of handling the Soweto Derby?
At the moment, I can say Tom did very well. That's number one. We also have Gaza, Kumbuzo Gaza, who has been doing well. And we also have Nganzeka as well, as an experienced referee that we have at the moment in terms of age and experience. Those are the three referees that I'm looking forward to, at least one of them handling that up. I
appreciate you coming on, Vic.
Thank you very much, Ma'ahi.
All right, let's cross to stadium management. I just want to find out, how many tickets have been sold for the derby? The derby's in 2 days. I'm expecting that there's no more tickets available. I'm expecting that it's sold out. No, guys, I saw what happened at Loftus. I saw the Springboks selling out. This is it for us as footballers. There's nothing, as football lovers, there's nothing bigger than the Soweto derby. I want to be able to say, by Thursday it was sold out. So I want to know, Timmy, let's go to stadium management. Let's go to stadium management and call Bertie. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, what is the situation as far as the ticketing is concerned?
Sports Night Amplified with Ndile on Metro FM.
TY is in Reimsig. Wants to speak about TS Galaxy as well. TY.
Mucheka Madisha passed away. There was no postponement. Anelen Nganga passed away. There was no postponement. But when certain teams are just in a car accident, none of the players are injured. None of them are hurt. We postpone everything. We can't continue.
Do you consider emotional injuries per se? I'm just asking, playing the devil's advocate.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But if I'm sitting next to a player today and tomorrow he's gone and tomorrow I must play again, where's my psychological damage?
Good point.
Damage? What happens on the left must happen on the right.
Let's go to David out in Nguruleni.
There was no place where Sundowns asked for postponement.
Let's go to Cape Town. Udaba Oluhle. I think you'd want to win when there's no excuses, yeah?
Yeah. Because you know about coach uzosibuyela masi ngambetha.
All right.
Fresh.
6 to 7 p.m.
I'm listening back to these voice notes from last night, and I mean, we're just taking so many. And I thought it was clear, but I see it's still not. Got a lot of people still angry at the fact that the PSL is not doing to the left what it's doing to the right. So I went in and jogged my memory a little bit. When Mucheka Modisha passed on, there was no postponement asked for simply because the family of Mucheka Modisha didn't want one. Because remember, as sad a time as that was, the family wanted to do further examination into that accident to see if it was truly Mucheka that was in that car. Because I think if you remember that it was a dire accident, and the identification process took so long, and they didn't want there to be a moment of silence for something that they were not sure about. That was from the family, and Sundowns understood that, and there was no postponement that was asked for there as far as that one is concerned. Then there's somebody that spoke about Amazulu one when Ntuli passed on, Ubongi. Once again, Amazulu didn't want to postpone with that one. They say they don't believe in that, and they want there to be a match to play on. So, yeah, it's a bit tough to then say, TS Galaxy is getting some sort of favor, especially if you're going to mention those two in particular. If you're going to mention something else, we can go at that. But those two in particular, that was what was said and what was on the table. That was something that even if we spoke to the PSL, I'm pretty sure that would be their defense of that. So to derby on the weekend. Bertie is with us now, Mr. Grobler, to speak about all things stadium management as far as the FNB Stadium is concerned. Bertie, always great to have you.
Andile, thanks for having me in this build-up to the derby again. Always good to speak to you.
And I'm calling you simply because, Bertie, I want to see if I can call you as a buddy and say, hey, man, I need 200 tickets. So I need to call you to see if there are any available. How's the sales going?
Very good. I say today it's very strange. Hospitality has all been sold out, and normally it's the other way around. General access normally sells out, and then hospitality goes. But on the general access, there's just under 8,000 tickets available still.
So there's 8,000 that are available still, meaning just what, over 80,000 have been sold then, or does that include the VIP sections and all the hospitality sections, which would then take it down to probably 70,000 of the general admission that have been sold?
You know the venue very well. It is indeed so, yeah. It's inclusive of everything. So with the safe capacity of 87,634, there's 8,000 tickets left, general access tickets left.
Wow. Okay. And just tell me, just for interest sake, Bertie, when we speak about the hospitality for the Soweto derby that has been now being sold out, what is the price range for hospitality tickets?
It ranges from just under 3,000, and then there's very expensive VVIP packages that goes up to 7,000.
So between 3,000 and 7,000 for those. And then for the general access?
The cheapest ticket is at 100 rand. And then the most expensive one for this fixture is 170.
And what I wanted to do is the conversation we're having now. The culture at football games. Do you find that people sit where their ticket is allocated to? Do people generally at football matches go and sit where their ticket is telling them to sit? Because, I mean, every seat is allocated a ticket. Is it culture in football for people to sit where they bought the ticket for the seat allocated?
Not at all.
So I can buy a 170 Rand ticket and end up sitting at a 100 Rand ticket spot because somebody took mine.
No. That between the levels, there's split points where you won't get past to level 2. You won't get past that if you've got a level 1 ticket. But on the levels, we find it extremely difficult to get fans to sit on their dedicated seats. And I hope that's a culture change we can work on and enforce in the very near future.
And there just isn't enough policing from the stewards, from the ushers that can be able to deal with something like that at the moment, I can imagine.
Yeah, we've tried it, but especially for a big event like the Derby, it is near to impossible with people arriving at the same time, half an hour before kickoff. And you create a lot of issues in the stands. So I think that is definitely something we need to look at with the clubs involved and start that culture change. You're touching on a very relevant point.
Okay, just under 8,000 tickets remaining. We've got 2 days to go. Looking at the way people have been buying, are we expecting that in the next day or so? By time we speak on the air 6 o'clock tomorrow, I don't think there'll be tickets, Bertie.
I believe so myself. I think we'll put the sold out sign up tomorrow afternoon, close of business. I really think so.
Bertie, thank you so much. I can imagine everything else is under control. The field has been in great form. It's looked great because, there's been games that have been played there, so no need to get into that. No issues whatsoever at the FNB Stadium. Parking, as per usual, is going to be looked after.
Yeah, I just want to, again, emphasize, if you're a patron attending the fixture, make your journey to the stadium part of the enjoyable experience. I said today, if you go to a mall on a Sunday and all 6,000 people in the mall leave at the same time, you're going to have difficulty to get out. You can just imagine with 90,000 people, with 4 main arteries feeding the venue. We can't have people arriving half an hour before the match. You're going to have congestions. So please assist us in that process if you're a fan attending the fixture on Saturday. We've put in a lot of measures. We've got drones assisting us with the management of the traffic. We've got a routing map directing you to your parking area. But all of that means nothing. We don't all cooperate in partnership and assist with this execution of the plan.
Bertie Grobler, CEO of Stadium Management. Always appreciate you always being available.
Thank you, Andile. Keep well. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. See you on Saturday. That's Bertie there. He's got a big do this weekend hosting the Derby. 90,000, well, just under 90,000 will show up. Between 3,000 and 7,000 for hospitality. 7,000. Yo, football. I love you.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
We continue to mourn here on Sports Night Amplified with Andile's team that comes in on Friday, which Mkonza was a part of.
On behalf of Kaizer Chiefs, on behalf of the chairman himself, we'd like to send our condolences to the Mkonza family. May his soul rest in peace.
To hear the sad news about Uspiwe, one of the guys that I play with him, that was my first season. The senior players that they welcomed us. May his soul rest in peace.
Hey, let's go to Bonkosi.
Yes. Ubuhlungu kakhulu ukuhamba komkhonza yazi liyabanthini kodwa ngifuna ukuthi nje kwifamily yakhe lohlanga lungehlanga indoda ngesixhosa ithi awugqiba ukusebenza ithatha igaba layo igqwaye
igodukile
into ishokwe kuthi ngoku umkhonza wenzela umsebenzi wakhe
6 to 7 p.m.
Get ready to save big with ShopRite Extra Savings, bringing you instant cash savings on over 1,000 deals like a 2-kilo pack of Farmer's Choice frozen mixed chicken portions for only $74.99, 900 grams Parmalat cheese slices for just $109.99, a value pack of Pampers nappies for $189.99, and Pampers pants for a low $169.99. Offers valid until 10 March. Make savings simple with extra savings only at ShopRite.
Catch the Insider SA this Monday evening at 6 as 10,000 hours at the piano elevate South Africa's teenage pianist Mike Wang to the peak of music. DJ Nilofa Saed turns afternoon traffic jams into the best part of your day. And para-athlete Darren Thomas wins hearts, minds, and medals in Miami, USA. That's the Insider SA, this Monday evening at 6. Repeat Saturday at 1 p.m. and Sunday morning at 10:30 on S3.
We don't play games. We wrote the game.
I love this station.
Metro FM. It's where you want to be.
Mhlongo Power says the seat allocation would be essential in a full stadium. Rugby usually enjoy this. I am certain that South African fans during 2010 World Cup had seat. Seating. No. World Cup 2010. My chief, you are seating where your ticket says. No stands. Skirengu says, Andile, double standards, klar. Especially against Sundowns. Speaking about the PSL there. Tabiso Kafu says, good evening, great show as usual. For the Englishman, I'm happy for him for getting a new team. Big up to Coach Steve. Pep is taking Manchester City to a second championship. As for our referees, it's a disaster. Thank you, Kafu. And then KG clears it up when Timmy. He says, I bought my derby ticket beginning of February. Big ups for that. And there is no seat allocation on it. The ticket says I can enter at any turnstile and sit anywhere at level 1. So the system must also be correct. Thank you for that one there. Timmy, guys, I can't laugh alone, man. I can't laugh alone. Very quickly. Timmy, please get on the mic. I know you don't like it. No, not that one. That one there. The ticket is 7,000. It's a malengi.
Hey, there's a lot of beverages, man.
And then when you get them, automakang.
Yeah, automakadi starter, the biltong, maybe that's why it's such a lot of money. I mean, 7,000. Imagine for a ticket for one day.
Already bacon, boy.
For 90 minutes, eh?
Lady bacon.
Yeah.
It's 42 after 6.
All right, here we go. Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060 552 7303. Waking up, I'm too turned up.
Andile, I think PSL must be clear about when a player dies or players are involved in accidents, what do? Do we postpone the game? Because I see a lot of inconsistencies. You know, as a Sundowns fan, I'm not happy. I don't like inconsistencies and ambiguities. So they must be clear. Yesterday, I must be honest, that was a penalty for Orlando Pirates. But you know what? We all benefit. I think you just wait for a day where you benefit in this league. You know, thanks. It's Malcolm X.
Andile, Real Madrid, as you say. I think it must be the best team to take it this season. That's my team in Spain. And then my other team that my heart is with, the Red Devils. I wish they don't qualify because I don't want to be embarrassed the way they're playing. They want to qualify to add numbers, but they don't play football as I'm expecting from them. They were the best during our growing stages and all that, but I'm so disappointed with the way they're playing now. I want to see good football, so they mustn't qualify next year because they'll ruin the numbers of the teams supposed to be there and playing good football. So anyway, Madrid must take it.
Mr. Andile.
Hey.
Unjani mzila nkatha.
No, siqonge sinojojo.
Sithi ke mfowethu. Asibonge emswaneni. Njengabathandi bebhola lika nobhutshuzwayo. Ife limnyama ngokudlula kuka Simphiwe Mkhonza uDr Mnandi umngani wakho. Ya sithi family yakhe sithi Dudu. Nakuwena nabo bonke abantu ade be close naye sithi Dudu. siyabonga kakhulu.
Brandile, Horeng, Kipita from Tembisane. I my Abuti, what's our king? This thing I did every man. Itor Kawata, big time. The Bravigus and Sababono Horeng, but diesel Zoho because the city and get the referee assets on and we're gonna see one day coach Arate to this thing at the referee. You know, they must just sort that thing out and then probably punishment is serious. I think punishment they must just think of something. Thank you, Peter Mujem from Tembisa. Brandile, Horeng, Kipita from Tembisa.
Next one. All right, we're going to take some calls as well.
Evening, what a show are you talking about? You know, guys, this is going to be a problem because now, even if we say we want to introduce this VAR thing, we have to wait for
2 years.
2 years plus. Now, these referees have to go through that
training,
learning process or whatsoever the process they have to go through. But with the kind of refereeing they are doing, I don't think there is a chance to. It's going to be worse. They are going to make more mistakes there, even if we can get there. I mean, they are struggling to maintain a game itself, failing to give what's supposed to be given. For example, penalties. For example, offenses. No, it's not going to help.
Yeah, because VAR as well, it needs the referees to be top notch. We saw at AFCON. They were amazing. We watched the Premier League and La Liga and we're like, guys, you are even defeating VAR in decision making when everybody can see it. So yeah, it's not a done deal with the VAR will sort out our problems because that too is a manned tool.
Andile, Sianda in Cape Town. Well, on the issue around football fans sitting in allocated seats, the answer is very simple. The discipline and the culture of the football fans in South Africa is very, very bad. We've got, by and large, badly cultured football supporters in South Africa. That's the fact. You know, some people, I think it's been said many times as well as to why people don't even bother to show up in stadiums, Andile, because the culture of respect in the football fraternity in South Africa amongst the fans is very, very bad.
Good evening, Andy. This weekend, Chiefs and Pirates, all hell will break loose. There will be fireworks all over. Yo, is this breaking rights or what? Tickets sold, all of them, the whole stadium full. Ish, I will be there also. I will be there.
Well, there's 8,000 left.
But it will be 0-0 at the end of the day. That one I'm sure of. Because these clubs, they don't score. Moses Mokwena, thank you.
Moses, you had me there, man. Nervous. Next.
Ace and the team, good afternoon, good evening.
Hey.
Embarrassed about condolences to Dr. Mnandi's family.
Man.
Congratulations to Coach Steve. Good luck for Kaizer Chiefs on Saturday. By the way, Mushine Tukural is the only coach in the world who can coach Kaizer Chiefs, revive it and succeed while doing it. Thank you.
Lapha endi udosina lo abemfuleni eKapa Mpondo Mseko lo hayi abafana berapa badanisa yabona ibhola hayi yadanisa abalandeli kunzima uba mabahambe ke ngoba yochitha imali yabo umuntu eyazi uba uzawuphuma phaa inhliziyo yakhe ebuhlungu kanti apha kumabhokobhoko hayi uchitha lula nje ngoba uyayazi uba umdlalo namdlalo bawudlala ngenkathalo futhi bawudlalela uphumelele. UBravix wenza njani ngoku? Uthi noba abarefri banganikwa nje intloya nje ukulungiselela lento yale FIFA refereeing VAR yakhona bangakhawuleza bangene noba nje zinyanga zimbini. Phezu kwako izigqibo bazithathayo singekho mcimbini kanje yo.
Deminyaka ke hayi izinyaka.
Molo uthetha noabuyile bhok abegqibeka.
Ewe.
Asinoyibalekela into akuncedi uba siyibaleke into uba uthetha inyani uba i-TS Galaxy abo PSL itrithwa special kakhulu. Itrithwa special kakhulu. Uba yiyo esengxakini iyazi uba ingxaki. Uba yenye team esengxakini ayazi uba ingxaki. I-Sundowns nathi bise-Ivory Coast iyodlala ii-qualifiers ze-AFCON. Ii-players Sundowns eziyi-7 zize squadini. Kathiwa i-Sundowns mayiqhubeleke idlale. Zabe ii-players zazo zisengapha esquad zingeke yintoni loo nto leyo? Hayi i-TS Galaxy itrithwa special qha kwi-PSL asinoyibaleka loo nto leyo. Sawuhle siyithetha nafuthi.
Thank you so much with a wonderful show. With the seating arrangements as a stadium, let's firstly start with the sound of the stadium. You go to rugby, the sound at the stadium is quality. You come to Orlando Stadium, FNB, it's only those at the front who can hear the sound. So, just let me also borrow amagama akasiphiwe Mkhonza. Makathi uyivula kanjani ifridge ungasebenzi? Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay, hold on. Bashan, you speak now. The sound system changes. You know, if I'd heard this before we let Bertie go, I would have asked him, because the sound system at the stadium is the sound system at the stadium. It belongs to the stadium. It's hooked up to the stadium. It's not like rugby come in with their own sound and football come in with their own sound. Those are things that are parcel of everything that's at the... No, man. No. I don't understand that one. If you've been to a rugby and a soccer match at the same stadium, if you go to... Which stadiums are used? Oh, I think the best example we can use is Loftus. Because you have a SuperSport and a Sundowns that do play their matches there, and then you've got the rugby with the Blue Bulls that play their matches there. Is it possible that the sound system is altered and is different depending on who's playing? I would like to believe not. Please play Bertie very quickly. We don't have the time? Okay, we'll get back to it. Bashan, we'll play it now.
MasterChef, for the first time, the world's biggest and most loved TV culinary competition, is preparing to cook up a storm on S3. We're talking home chefs with a passion for food and mouth-watering dishes served up to perfection for celebrity judges. Visit masterchefsa.tv to enter the fresh local version. You could win 1 million rand and the title of MasterChef South Africa. The show is proudly sponsored by Pick n Pay.
Eskom understands that electricity is an integral part of running a business. However, electricity demand is currently higher than supply, and energy efficiency is critical. Businesses are encouraged to reduce consumption between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. by not leaving electrical equipment on standby mode, as well as turning off unnecessary lighting. We can reduce load shedding by working together. Every kilowatt counts.
Sports Night Amplified with Ndile on Metro FM.
Cash and Sport. Springboks to sell off 20%. Is it even true?
What is actually happening is that Saru and a company called Akali Sports Group are going to form a company. Saru will own 80% of this company. Akali will own 20% of this company. In exchange for that, SA Rugby will get an upfront payment of about 1.4 billion rand from Akali Sports Group. So is SA Rugby being sold? Not necessarily, but they are selling a share of the profit from SA Rugby to a company that they will be part of as well. So on the balance of things, I think it's a good deal. If they can achieve 50% of what their goals are, then there'll be no complaint.
6 to 7 p.m.
Evening, Miss Andy Elias, Pershan Dusan from Diwali. I just like to talk about the derby on Saturday. I wish those who are gonna fill up the stadium will gonna get to the stadium earlier, just to kick off with almost everybody inside the stadium to avoid chaos. And those, I think this is the first step that we have to correct in our stadiums, because you just find a full house when it is a derby. Yeah, that's why I think the ticketing is not the way it is done in rugby. Yeah, big up to your show.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's take some calls now. Let's start with Kulisa. Kulisa's here in Johannesburg. Wants to speak about the ticketing. And we're speaking a lot about the derby, of course, because tomorrow is going to be a bit of a chunky show of, we'll speak about the derby. We'll have some great insights. But, of course, PM Kwanzaa is also going to be very prevalent in tomorrow's show. Kulisa.
How are you, sir?
Hey, man. I'm always good. Been a while. Talk to me.
Kati nona hore ticket ke turanda go bona o lela 7 tau re ke.
Mara next na no ke 7 tau. Lona no sa itse ke 7 tau.
Okay, no, I'll be the first one to be honest as a fan. I know where I'll be seated before I even buy a Soto Daddy ticket.
Hey, man.
A friend of mine will call and say, Kolisa, where will I find you? I'll direct him exactly where I'll be seated without having bought my own ticket.
Why don't you sit where you're allocated to sit?
On the upper level, I don't feel the vibe that is on level 1, just close to the players. I want to be close to the players.
So then why don't you buy a ticket for close to the players?
Now it's 8,000 tickets left, that has been declared by the guy you spoke earlier on. So it means now if you are late, you're gonna buy a ticket that you don't want to buy.
So when you don't get police, hey, I bought, I'm going to sit there even though I don't deserve to sit there.
And I'm not the only one.
What would happen for you to change that? For you to change that, buy a ticket early so you sit where you want to sit. Is there anything that stadium management, Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, anything maybe Asia can do so that we follow the culture of sitting in your seat? Is there anything we can do?
You know, Andile, we always complain about politicians not doing the correct things. Even us supporters, we don't do the correct things.
So what would it take for you to do the right thing?
Including myself, because if I go to level 1 and my ticket doesn't allow me to go to level, I'll talk to a brother of mine and say, my brother, I want to sit on this level because I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter.
So there's nothing we can do. You're going to sit where you sit.
Yeah, it's only in rugby where you are seated strictly to a.
So why do you respect rugby when you don't respect football?
Andile, these two are totally different from each other. The organization, okay. The organization from rugby is top class. Let me give you an example. There was a game in Loftus. I don't know whether it was 2 years back or what. That match was supposed to be stopped because before the stadium there was construction done there, and it was dangerous for supporters to pass by that space. But that game went by, and it was discovered later that that match should have been stopped. So in rugby, everything goes smoothly. Even last week, I went to Loftus to watch Thomas and Blue Bulls, just to enjoy the game of rugby.
And you sat where you were supposed to sit.
Exactly.
So what I'm asking then, is it not disrespect, Kolisa?
Okay.
Okay. Papa Kolisa, thank you so much for that one. Thank you for your honesty as well. We don't judge. We're just trying to get information. Let's go to Majora. Majora's out as Zola. Wants to speak about Pirates. Majora.
Abuti.
Buelen natle.
Hi man, Abuti man, I got
King.
Mara, I'm honestly, okay, let me put it in this way. I'm very grateful to you made a call of Wisanare Tafi. Excuse you, next Mara.
I love people that listen to the show. I love them.
Abuti, that was a penalty. Yeah, the referee should have given Timiaka Orlando Pirates for penalty.
Majoro, man. Monday we're going to go into more detail on that one there. I want to speak to Spongalene because I want to speak about Steve Komphela. Spongalene. I broke the story this morning just after 10 o'clock. Before anybody was telling me I'm lying, I said Steve Komphela was seen at Golden Arrows training. 2 hours later, Golden Arrows said, hey, we must talk about it. He's here. What do you think?
I'm very, very happy to hear the news that Ubaba Umpati Usebuyele Golden Arrows. I'm very, very disappointed with how things are turning out for all the KZN teams, because you can see them on the league, they are not doing very
Royal
well.
AM, Richards Bay, Golden Arrows, Amazulu, all on the other side when they should be somewhere at the top, according to you.
Yeah, they are very disappointing. And Arrows started the season on a high, and they got this decline. And Amazulu, they went to December break. They were winning games, but when they come back to resume the season in January, things tend to fall apart.
I appreciate that. The one thing I can tell you that I think I'm cool with is the fact that Golden Arrows kept Maputi Kenyas. They continue to invest in him, and he's gonna an entire well of knowledge from Steve Komphela to learn from, which I hope will help. It's just almost top of the hour. Faith.
Hi.
Oh, is that excitement?
I am excited. I'm always excited to see you, though. I'm always
Your hair is very long today.
It's the same. It's the same hair, same.
I think you've laid it out in front.
I think I just laid it out in front. So I'm trying to give like a very exotic look.
It is. It's Rapunzelish.
Is it Rapunzelish?
It is Rapunzelish.
Have you seen my outfit? Must I show you?
I did.
Did you see it?
That's more bohemian though.
It is very bohemian. Do you see the necklace? I'm standing. See, I'm doing a twirl. See.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, because you're so well put together.
Thank
you.
you.
Look absolutely amazing every day. This is how I see you. I fall for you. Well, I don't fall. I never fall because nothing that falls is good. You know, I grow in like and one day in love with you because of what I'm seeing and what you're presenting.
Mm-hmm.
When do we get so comfortable, you in particular, that you can take that hair off in front of me, take that makeup off, and put on, the T-shirt that says whichever political party you support?
Or put on your T-shirt?
Or put on, mine is still a little bit sexy. I'm talking about, the utter comfort where, you take your teeth and you put them in the glass next to me.
Oh gosh, comfort. I don't have that, thank goodness. But it's funny enough, and thank you for the compliment, as much as I'm very put together, I'm also very comfortable, Faith, without makeup and without the hair and with if you have to see my hair right now, I've got long hair, natural hair, but I've got like 2 lines like that are plaits. I love them. Yeah, and I love it. It reminds me of like Sarafina. So I've got like a whole Sarafina hairstyle going on under there. I am very comfortable in my skin. I'm very comfortable without makeup. I love myself actually without makeup. I love myself naked.
So how quickly do you expose the person you're with to that you?
If I sleep over, for example, if we're going out on a date, then you won't see me because I go home. But if I'm sleeping over, then the next day or even the very same night, that night you're going to see all of me.
So
right?
that first night?
I don't mind. I love myself. I love myself with a wig on. I love myself without a wig on. I love myself with eyelashes. I love myself without the eyelashes. I'm very comfortable with my skin.
I dated a lady for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
I've never seen her without a full face of makeup, her hair done, fully teeth brushed. She would wake up an hour before I do to do all of that every single day for 3 years.
No.
I've never seen her not all put together.
No, I believe in being completely naked with your partner. I'm not talking about the physical nakedness. I'm talking about the emotional nakedness. So I believe in being completely naked. So if you're sleeping over, you're not going to see me put up. You're going to be seeing me with my Vaseline on my mouth.
I just think there are things that need to be left to romanticism. Like there are things that I must still, never know about you. I never know about your bowel movement. I just want to see the toilet paper finished to know that it happens in this home.
Yeah, but
I never want to know about it.
But then that's called intimacy. So you see, if you say that you never want to know about it, it means that you never want to get so intimate with a woman that anything
that we sit together in the bathroom when you're doing number 2.
Well, no, I'd never want any man to sit in the bathroom while I'm doing a number 2. I don't even go to the bathroom. So by the way,
that's what I want to tell people. I think she goes because I see toilet papers finished, but I don't know for sure.
No, but then apart from that, like the makeup, the wig, the eyelashes, and whatever, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. And you have to love me as I am. And then in terms of the bathroom, don't. I'm fine. Be on the other side and tell me about how your day was. Come into the bathroom while I'm having a bath or while I'm having a shower. Come have a shower with me. In fact, that's even better.
Can never do that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Women shower with water so hot, you are going to burn as a man. Don't do it. What do you have going on in your show?
Lots in store for us as we wrap up this week. We are joined by Build One South Africa. We've got Build One South Africa leader Musi Maimane in the studio with us because IEC requirements were met indeed. I think that he really took a lot of us by surprise as we had anticipated almost like, and I don't know if it's a negativity of South Africans because we had anticipated for Busa to say we're bowing out. But Busa came back strong and said, actually, no, we're still very much in the game. So they're joining us this evening. We're also going to be joined by Finance MEC in Gauteng, Jacob Mamabolo. His line got cut off yesterday, but we're going to be finishing the conversation, especially pertaining to e-tolls. We're also going to be looking at After 8. We're going to be unpacking the spike in missing children, but also children that are being killed. But I think what we're going to do this evening is going to do things a little bit differently because we're going to be talking about the challenges of parenting. The stuff that we don't want to talk about and the stuff that makes us less popular. We're going to talk about how please note, it doesn't mean you don't love your children. I just want you to be honest and naked enough this evening to say, I love my kids, but yeah.
Also, when you do get the time, all game changes. I saw, I think there was a misunderstanding of rules there somewhat.
Yeah.
That had Julius having a bit of a chuckle at them when
Yes.
they said we're going to be on the ballot paper.
Yes.
I'd love to hear a little bit more about that.
We'll get
when
them
you
on.
get the time for that. Gotta get out of here. Thank you so much for choosing number one, because here at Metro FM, we don't deliver shows. It's not what we do. If that's what you're looking for, you're listening to the wrong place. Here, we tell stories of everyday people, and we do so on the radio, and in doing so, we share in this commonness of this common lived experience called life. And I appreciate you for coming on this journey with me. My name is Andy Ngube. We'll do it again tomorrow. A very emotional show it will be, because after the memorial service of PM Kwanzaa, I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Pela pela. That's all me.
Welcome to the Urban Rhythm Revolution. Listen, Metro FM.
I'm the greatest of all time.
For all things urban.